Today we had a huge crypto crash, but one coin stood above the rest, and that coin was Luna, holding its position in its current trending channel. Let's take a look. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. And as I'm sure you have seen, the crypto market has absolutely plummeted today off the news that China is clamping down on cryptocurrency mining. But Luna, one of the coins we cover quite regularly on this channel, actually has managed to hold up a lot better than many of the other coins. So we're going to be performing our usual technical analysis and making some price predictions on where we could see the coin go in the next few days and weeks. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. If you're into crypto, stocks, investing, or wealth management, we cover all that stuff and much more on the channel, so hit subscribe and turn on bell notifications. I'd also love to know down in the comments section below if you are a Luna holder or if you're going to be in the near future. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. As always, welcome into CoinSpot, guys. If you're looking to buy cryptos, including Luna, there is a link in the description so you can sign up and get buying cryptos. But let's take a look at this chart. And obviously we can see we have had a bit of a dip occurring as a result of the news that was broken today. And unfortunately, that was the same case for the majority of cryptos. What we didn't see though on many other cryptos was a rally. And you can see that we have a few decent sized green candles here where we did rally, although this was followed by a bit of a sort of sell off. But what's interesting is whilst the volume is high and it is a red candle, the price volatility on this particular point did not move too much. So keep that in the back of your mind. And where it did dip was actually where there was a lot less price action. Now, just for a bit of context, if we zoom out a bit, you'll notice that we are still easily trending within the horizontal pattern that we have seen over the past few months. So I'm just going to chuck in a few lines for us just over here so we can see exactly what this channel is doing. Let's chuck that one in there. And the top end of this channel is $10.48 Australian. We're going to copy that one and we're going to put the bottom in. Right there's where the tip is. And then basically that's sort of the range we're trading in. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it up more to where there's a bit more price action. It gives us a better reflection of exactly where we're sitting. And as you can see, we've touched this point on multiple occasions. We are still trending sideways, and considering the news that was today, this dip in the scale of things ain't that significant, which for us as Luna holders is awesome news. It's showing there's strength in the coin, and it's showing that even though the price and the overall market was dipping, people are wanting to buy Luna, and that's why it is holding up. Now, obviously we saw that bounce there, but it does look like we're coming, you know, after this, I suppose a bit of a pump back down to test this support point again. This is a key support point, which is sitting roughly at $6.50 Australian. We need to maintain that in order to maintain our existing trading channel. So hopefully what we see is another bounce and potentially a double bottom, which is a reversal pattern, and that will effectively indicate that we go up. Now, given crypto is honestly not doing too great over the past few days, let's say we do breach this point. Where are we going to land? Well, our next support point is relatively clear. Just below, you can see right here there has been plenty of price actions, roughly around the $5.57 mark Australian. And if we zoom out a bit more, let's see if we can get a bit more context. Chuck another line in. There we go. Had a bit of price action in the past over here, if you can see that. Let me just zoom in for you. But obviously nothing of real substance over there. That were big volume days, but there's no real major support points there. But what we do have is price action in, I suppose, recent history at that point as well, where we did bounce after the big initial drop of all the cryptos a couple of months ago. So that's good. Now let's just go out to the daily chart just for a bit more context, and as you can see, it's holding up very nicely, very nicely, and we're basically seeing the same thing here. But the reason I want to go this chart is because I like to add in our moving averages when we are performing charting. The 20-day and the 50-day are typically two of the best to use in order to, I suppose, work out the recent price action. I'm going to convert the 50-day into a red line, and interestingly enough, what we're seeing is, obviously we had our death cross up here where we, had a massive crash. The entire crypto market went down. That was in May. But what we have seen is that this short-term moving average has now flattened out, which is great news. Not only that, we are seeing consolidation in volume as well as the price. So you can see down here on the volume section, volume has dropped gradually over time to the point where there's almost no sort of candle there. You can't see much going on. And we've seen that the price is coiling within this range and consolidating. This forms, if we do see a good move, another very solid base for us to start moving upwards. And what we're looking for here is for this short-term moving average in the blue to cross the longer-term moving average in the red. If we see this line, for instance, cross upwards, and we see this line cross downwards, that right there would indicate we have a golden cross. And given that we're looking at the 20-day and the 50-day, that is a pretty compelling story from a technical analysis perspective that we are going to start making some moves. Now let's just add in our MACD as well. And you can see that this sort of situation has occurred on a shorter term perspective here, which is great. And we start moving upwards, and we're coming to a point right here where things are getting significantly tighter, which is, I suppose, to be expected. Obviously on this one, yeah, we've got the blue line again, but unfortunately we're seeing the red line coming up, which is the, longer term moving average, and it's going to cross. So I think maybe we're going to see potentially a shallow dip unless these key support points are breached, which ideally that's not going to be the case, but the way the crypto market's going at the moment, I would not be surprised if that were to occur. Now let me just introduce one more factor, and that's the relative strength index, and it shows the price volatility. And the reason I want to show this is because clearly we were oversold. So this range, which is shaded, is basically the standard sort of trading levels. If you go above 70 points, the coin or the stock or whatever you're looking at is overbought. And if you go below 30 points, it's oversold. And you can see obviously on that huge dip, we were oversold. But now we've been trading relatively well, and it's not been overbought during this period, which is fantastic. And we're still at the, bottom half of the RSI. So what does that mean? Well, it means hopefully we shouldn't see a sell down based on the strength in general. Instead, we've got plenty of room to move upwards, which is awesome news. Once again, this all depends though on the overall crypto market. Luna has some fantastic fundamentals behind it, as you are aware, I'm sure, if you're watching this video, and it has the technicals going for it at the moment. We're not really suffering too badly as a result of these huge dips in, the past day or the past few weeks. We're still just trending in this range throughout this section here, which is perfect for us. It forms a solid base for us to make our next move. And as I say, we're really looking for this support point here to hold up, and then the short-term moving average to cross above the longer-term moving average to create that golden cross to make the next move upwards. That wraps up my lunar technical analysis for the day, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. I cover lunar and many other coins, as well as, stocks, investing and wealth management in general as well. So if that tickles your fancy, hit subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and let me know down in the comments section below if you are a lunar holder. But with that, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.